Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Lynn, and today I am streaming to both my channel as well as to the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group. I've been chatting away with Heather, Meg, and Elisa in the chat, and almost forgot to hit that go live button. So thanks, ladies, for keeping me company as I was preparing for the stream. And oh, hello, Yvette. Welcome. Oh, that's such great news. Yvette says finally got stitches out today. Yay! Oh, that's awesome. Are you gonna have to do any physical therapy, Yvette? Hopefully it's recovering well and healing. Debbie, welcome. Thanks for joining, my friend. Debbie's with us over on Facebook, and it looks like Debbie already gave StreamYard permission to see her name, so that is awesome. If you are joining me on Facebook, then I can see your comments in the live chat, but I won't be able to see your name unless you actually give StreamYard permission. So you'll just need to visit streamyard.com/Facebook and follow the prompts to give StreamYard permission to see your identity. So oh, Yvette says, no physical therapy, just some exercise at home. Oh, wonderful. Awesome. Cynthia, welcome. Cynthia's joining us from Texas. Hello, my friend. Welcome. And Bethany, thanks for joining. Bethany is with us on Facebook, cleaning the house for the girls' birthday party. Oh, what age? Let us know. I hate when household chores and stuff get in the way of crafting. Meg, hi, my friend. Meg was here on YouTube a second ago, and now you're on Facebook. Hi, Meg. Yes, Debbie, I'm on YouTube too on my channel. Thanks. But I can see comments from both places, so feel free to comment away. I am, while we welcome folks in, I am gonna sort of give you an overview of what I'll be crafting with today. Feel free to craft along with me if you'd like. And if you are crafting along with me, I hope you'll also share what you make to the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group, and I can bring it up before the stream ends, and that way we can all have a little look at what you made. Oh, hi, my friend. Wing It with Roz is here. Welcome. And so I am crafting with the Not Too Shabby Shop stamp, and you can have the option of getting it with the coordinating dies. I think, I hope Jamie joins us, or maybe somebody who's live can let us know. I think the stamp by itself, it might be sold out, but you can still get the stamp with the coordinating die. And so this is one of the monthly subscription clubs that you can get from the Not Too Shabby Shop. The other options are there is a box of the month, and now there is a junior box option, which just has a subset of what comes in the box of the month. And then there's also the paper pad club of the month. So definitely check those out if you love getting a little bit of fun happy mail each month. This month's stamp of the month is called Chill Day, and it's got some really fabulous ice cream and some really fun sentiments that are sort of punny and go along with it. And I'm really excited because actually my stream is always to the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group is always on the second Wednesday of the month. And it just so happens that the hop that we have going on featuring the Stamp and Die of the Month Club is still going, and so you can still actually enter for a chance to win a gift certificate to the Not Too Shabby Shop. So if you haven't already hopped, check that out, because until I think the contest ends on the 14th of the month. So all you need to do is just go to YouTube and search for hashtag N2S Chill Day. and that should hopefully bring up everything, all the other design team members who have created for this hop. But if that for some reason doesn't, I'll paste a link to my video since you're already, if you're on YouTube, you'll see this link. Um, and so you can find that from my channel. It's actually this card is my hop card. And so be sure to check out that hop because there's a chance to, oh, thank you, Yvette, for putting in the hashtag. Thanks, my friend. And that way you can actually be in for a chance to win a gift certificate to the Not Too Shabby shop. So I'm glad that I'm able to stream in time to give an extra little push for that, so that more folks can check it out and have a chance to win. Oh, Debbie, you're so sweet. Yes, thanks for the reminder. Debbie says, be sure to smash the like button. Yes, I always have to remember to say all the YouTube things. So if you could do me the favor of wherever you're watching from, whether it's on YouTube or from the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group, hit that like button. And if you are on social media, hit the share button too and share it out to your social media because that lets other folks know that we're here, we're chatting, we're having a good time live together. And some of your friends may see your share and your post and see it in time to actually join us. And if you are watching on the replay, thanks so much for being a part of the replay crew. And I would definitely also welcome you to hit that like button and leave a comment too. So thanks for the reminder, Debbie. Sometimes I forget. I'm usually pretty good at remembering. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. Thanks for joining. And I think I saw, where was it? Yay, Cindy. Welcome, my friend. Thanks for joining. Okay, so let me show you what Debbie says. I forget too. I know it's such, it gets repetitive to have to say it, but it really does help quite a lot because YouTube's algorithms and all the things they really won't promote you unless unless they see some engagement on your videos, and just watching isn't always enough. Sometimes interacting and hitting the like and hitting the share, it just helps to let Facebook know or YouTube folks know that that we're out there, and it puts really anybody's video. So if you have a creator who you enjoy, hit the like, hit that share, and that way it has a better chance of YouTube will start to show their videos more. So thank you for that. Oh, hi, Lynn. Welcome from, oh, Raleigh. Very cool. I'm originally from the East Coast too, Virginia, not too far from you. I'm on the West Coast now, though. It's those hot, hot, humid summers. I can't do it anymore. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. Just got on. Don't know what time this live started. Oh, we only just started. These streams start at 4 p.m. Pacific, so you're only a couple minutes in, and I haven't actually started doing anything just yet. But I will be crafting to get you caught up with the Not Too Shabby Shop stamp and die of the month. And what's cool is the dies do actually come with a magnetic sheet. And today what I'm making is actually a version of this card, which is a peekaboo slide card. And this one is A2 in size and is top folding. Ice cream solves everything. However, what we'll be making today, since I already have a YouTube video tutorial on how to make this exact card, what I thought I would do today, though, is I have adapted this design for a 5x7, which I actually haven't seen any other tutorials on YouTube. Not to claim that I'm the first, but just to say that I had to have a couple of goes at this, but I think I've worked it out to where I like the end result. So I hope you do too. So that's what we'll be making today. And oh, hi Brenda, welcome. Thanks for joining. Oh, Lynn says I am originally from Boston, but wanted warmer weather. Yeah, it does get pretty chilly in Boston. Um, and you certainly in North Carolina, you'll get, I think, all 4 seasons, so it is beautiful around that area, Virginia and that whole area. I really love it for that because you do see very 4 very distinct, seasons, which is really lovely. Um, oh, Rebecca, hi, welcome, thanks for joining, and, trying to watch 2 videos at once. Oh, you're really good at multitasking, Brenda. Um, yeah, right? Lynn agrees with me. Welcome. Okay, so Brenda is joining from Arizona. We are just hot. But you know what I've heard, Brenda? It's more of a dry heat, right? So not too bad, I'm guessing. That's what I always hear is that it's very hot in Arizona, and then it's always followed by, but it's a dry heat. So that seems like it's better than like the really sticky, humid heat that we get in Virginia. Um, yeah, definitely. Okay. Yep. Definitely dry and not as bad. Oh, Debbie's in Florida. Humid. Yeah, I can't take the humid. It's too much. It's too much. Um, okay, so, oh, cool. Debbie's made this card. I think it's similar to one I did last year. Awesome. Yeah, it's been a while since I've made this, and I thought I would give it a try in 5 by 7 too. So what I will do, I don't know how many people are going to craft along live with me. Feel free to let me know in the chat if you are. I'll go slow and do everything step by step, whether or not anyone's crafting live with me. But I do want to show the supply list just in case anyone is crafting live, or if you're watching on replay and you'd like to craft along as you watch. I did post this to the Facebook group event page. So if you need to find it again, you can always find it there, or just take a screenshot now. And so let me read through what all we are going to need. Oh, at least it's gonna craft with me. Yay. It's always fun crafting with you, my friend. Okay, so we need essentially 3 main pieces. The front of our card base is going to measure 10 inches wide by 5 inches tall. And if you want, you can go ahead and score at 3.5. So this is 10 inches tall by, 10 inches wide by 5 inches tall, scored at 3.5. That's going to be what I'll in the future refer to as the front of our card base. Next up is this piece, which also measures 10 inches wide by 5 inches tall. And with this piece, you want to go ahead and score that in half at 5 inches. So 10 wide, 5 tall, score at 5 inches, score in half. So you'll have a folded square card essentially. So that's this one I'll refer to as the middle of our card base. And then the final piece that we'll need, this measures 7 inches wide by 5 inches tall. And you want to score that at 6.5. I did actually trim mine down a little bit. So technically mine measures 6.75. It just depends on what you end up doing a little bit later, whether you need to trim this off or not. But I went ahead and trimmed it. So you could leave it at 7, scored at 6.5 if you want, and then we'll deal with it later when we get to it if needed. So that is going to be, I'll refer to this piece as the back of the card base. So That's our third piece. Then some pattern papers, and that's totally up to you what you decide you want to use. I am going to use for my first pattern paper, I've cut, well, the dimensions I've given are 5.5 by 5. So 5.5 wide by 5 inches tall. And I should say technically, when this card is folded, it's actually not gonna be a full, 7 inches wide. I tried it at 7 inches and I didn't like it. So I cheated it in a little bit at 6.5, and I like this better. So I figure smaller is going to be better than bigger because 'cause it'll still fit into a 5 by 7 card. And so what I've done in lieu of pattern paper is I've actually, stamped out my own pattern paper using the stamp and die of the month. So the stamp of the month. So all I did was there are so many different ice cream cones, but I think I only used two of the variations, two of the smaller ones. And then I used multiple different sentiments and just did a random kind of twisted them back and forth. But I wanted this to be the main sentiment, so that's the one that I stamped in a different color. So I've stamped that out. Right now, I stamped it onto 6.5 by 5 inches tall. But if you are using a 6 by 6 paper pad, that's the reason why I did in the supply sheet, I did list just a small section of solid color cardstock, 1 inch wide by 5 inches tall. And that's so that you can use your 6 by 6 paper pads if you'd like. And so we could go for a look that's something like this. So I haven't decided yet. I think I do like it with the black. So I might do that. Oh, thanks. I'm seeing lots of love for the pattern paper. Thanks, Yvette and Lynn and Brenda. Thanks. Using the smaller images and sentiments to make your own pattern paper. So smart. Oh, thanks, my friend. Yeah, and it's a fun way to, well, I love pattern papers with typography. So I love doing stuff like this. I love pattern papers that are like this too when it's a mix of graphics and type. So love that. So whatever paper you're using, that's this is where it's going to go. It's going to go onto the front of your card. And I did add that little strip just in case you're using 6 by 6 pattern papers, because this does go 6.5. And so it really kind of depends on whether you want any of your card base to show. So all of that's sort of up to you. And then the next pattern paper I have listed is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. And that piece, let me show you on this card. That piece is going to be the matte layer on the middle of our card. So recall the middle of our card is 10 by 5 folded at 5. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use solid color cardstock in black for my matte layer on the inside. So I'm choosing to use solid color. You could do that. You could use pattern paper, whatever you like. Then with these peekaboo cards, we're gonna need some kind of shape to cut our aperture. And so I did say around 2.5 to 3 inches, but let me tell you exactly what's going to govern how big of a aperture die you can actually use. So when you take the front piece, this was 5 inches tall by 10 inches wide, scored at 3.5. So when I fold this over, there's going to be a portion that is just basically one layer of cardstock. Your aperture needs to fit within this panel here. So I'm kind of in love with these elongated oval dies. So I'm going to use that. And let me, just so that you can see it a little bit better, here's the edge of that flap. So we have some contrast there. So you wanna make sure this is where that flap, this is the peekaboo portion, so this is where that flap ends. So you wanna make sure whatever shape die you're using, that it fits on this side, and it doesn't get too close to any of the edges, especially this edge here, because we're gonna need to glue the back of our card to this edge here. And so, as you're choosing what die and how big or small of an aperture you want to cut onto this side to be your essentially your peekaboo window here, that's how you're going to determine. Because if you chose a die that was too big, what's going to happen is that your little peekaboo flap might actually be visible when the card is closed. So that's why you want to make sure that that it's going to just be on that portion of your card front that is not in front of your peekaboo flap. So we just want it on this area right there. So so that is the I think that was the last thing besides the your focal image and any sentiment that that you want to add. So those are the pieces that we're going to work with today. And oh, welcome, Tumbling Tangles. Nice to see you in the chat, my friend. And oh, hey Jay, welcome, my friend. Oh, Teresa's in Florida too. I don't think I knew that. Oh, very cool. Um, and so let's get started. If I do need to slow down, just holler at me in the chat and I will. How I like to start is I like to cut into my card front, the aperture. So I'm actually, this is the front, the folded part is going to be behind. So I actually like to die cut from the back just so that I can sort of get it centered within this area here that's just going to be, you know, the card front, and it's not doubled up with this flap. And so we'll get that positioned. And then, but keep in mind, we are coming from the back. So if you wanted something positioned like a little bit towards the top, a little bit towards the bottom, just bear that in mind. You just want to make sure you're only cutting through that section of your card front that is not doubled up, that's not overlapping the peekaboo flap portion. And then I'll go ahead and give that a cut. And because I'm going to put a pattern paper over it, I'm not worried that from the front it's going to have that sort of raw die cut edge. Because usually I would like that professional edge to be on the front, but it's going to get covered anyways. So there's that. Okay, so that is our, we've just cut through this piece here, this front piece here. Then I'm going to do this a little bit differently from how I did it in my hop video, because I found this to be easier. If you take your middle piece, this is that 10 wide by 5 tall folded. This, we need to transfer the location of that aperture to this piece. So just so that you can see from the example, because sometimes I find it easier to follow along when I know where we're headed. This middle piece is this here, and then the front of that middle piece is glued to our card front. So that's that folded card. And so we want the aperture to match up exactly there. So what I like to do is I take this folded, we need to cut through both layers. So I have the open edge of that 5x5 middle layer. That's open to my right. This is my card front, and the open edge is also facing the right. So they're both facing the same direction. The folds are both facing the same direction. So what I'm gonna do is just line this up, get the that right edge, get the bottom edge, get the top edge nice and lined up. And then just with a little bit of low tack tape, I'll tape it actually top and bottom. The die I have is really good. It'll pretty much cut through both layers just fine. So I'm taping this securely so that now I've got my folded card just taped right behind my front card. And then I can just nestle that same shape die right in place, and you should be able to kind of wiggle around and you should be able to feel when it sort of, locks into place where it originally cut. And so that's the best way that I have found for me, and you might have a different way of doing this that works better for you. So I definitely welcome you to do what works for you. But I found this works fairly well for me, and I will once I find that it kind of feels like it's sort of in place, I'm going to go ahead and tape that down too. So, and we are going to cut through both layers of the that middle card, that folded 5x5. So everything's taped really secure, and I'll go ahead and run that through. Oh, hi, Kendra. Welcome. I didn't even see you come in. I just see everybody saying hi to you. Oh, there you are. Welcome. Oops, forgot to like the stream. Thanks for remembering, Jay. All right, so now we can just remove this low tack tape. And if you're, don't worry if your die doesn't actually cut through both layers. It's going to at the very least cut through one, and then you can just do that same thing where you nestle it right back in and run it through again to cut the second layer. So don't sweat it. I think this made it through both layers just fine. And does everybody have a favorite low tack tape? I'm really liking, I got this one from scrapbook.com. It was one of the freebies on an order. And for the most part, I like it, but sometimes it sticks a little bit more than I would like. I'm just wondering, does anyone else struggle? Hi, Tracy. Welcome. I love your YouTube handle. Not afraid of color. Welcome, my friend. Yeah, so just trying to get this off here. Yeah, let me know if you do have a favorite low tack tape. I'm curious to try. I mean, it feels really low tack, but then sometimes it feels very sticky. Okay. And last two pieces. I think I might have to run this through a second time. It mostly cut through both layers, but I think there was still, let's see. Yeah, it's still attached a little bit. Oh, actually, I'm not going to die cut. It's just attached on some of the straight portion, so I'm just going to craft knife it. So, and a little bit there. But if you needed, you could always just, put this right back in and then run it through again. So there we go. So that gives us the next, the middle layer. And so we've transferred that exactly where it needs to be. And I will be I'll be completely honest, I did prepare another set just in case, because when we do things live, sometimes it doesn't always go to plan. So I had a backup just in case I needed it. Um, okay, so now what I'm going to do is I want to purple tape. Purple tape. Crafter's Companion? Is it Crafter's Companion, Brenda? I know their brand color is purple. I've never tried it, but I know Spellbinders does the yellow, and scrapbook.com has this blue, uh, and pixie tape. Oh, pixie tape. I haven't tried that either. Ooh, I'm getting lots of suggestions. I use Scotch removable tape. It works great. Can be reused a few times and goes in a holder that is convenient. Cindy, is that different from Scotch's normal, like their normal, what they call like invisible tape? I wonder, is that the same thing, or do I need to search for like removable? Because that seems like it's fairly low tack as well. Um, Yeah, I if I had back Jay, if I had to use my backup, I hadn't decided if I would do it like surreptitiously, like behind the scenes, just, go off camera to die cut and then bring back in the the pre-made ones. Thankfully, though, I didn't have to make that decision because it all worked out fine. Uh, oh, interesting. Lynn says apparently mint tape is post-it note tape. Oh, it does feel pretty low tack. And I have heard people use post-it note, just like that top portion that has that little bit of adhesive. Um, oh, okay. Kendra says she thinks the pink stuff is Thermoweb. Mint. Got some votes for mint. Oh, okay, so I'm wrong on that one. Brenda says the Crafter's Companion one is white. Tabby says, I don't know that I do an interactive card like this one on an N2S live. Maybe on my own channel, but not too sure. Yeah. Well, I wanted to show though that it's a neat looking interactive card, and it's not as hard as one might think. And so I figure if I did it live and was successful, then that would just about prove that it's pretty easy. um let's see. Oh, okay. Best ever craft tape from. Okay, that's the yellow one. I like it far better than the purple tape and the mint tape and even the post-it tape. Just depends on what you want to use it for. Okay, that's good to know. Debbie, so funny. I have it only because it came with the Better Press bundle that I got, and I have been hoarding it for use with that. So I did order some more. I actually have not used it for like holding down dies just because I feel like it's a precious commodity. Uh, okay, Debbie does say the Spellbinders tape is great for die cutting. Okay, that is good to know. I'm gonna have to try it. Um, yeah, that's true. People do enjoy it when we have our boo-boos. I just wanted to be able to recover if I had a boo-boo. Yes, Debbie, do it. Make those interactive cards live. Okay, so I am going to do the same thing with transferring the aperture to our mats and layers now. So what I like to do, because as you can see, for this card, it's I've cut through the pattern paper, And same here. I've cut that same aperture through the pattern paper. And so what I'm going to do, I guess if you wanted and there was room, like this one's kind of tight. If there was room, you could maybe go like one shape, because if you're using a nested shape die, you could go one up, one size up, and cut through your pattern paper if you wanted to have that white border around your aperture. But I'm not going to do that because I find it easier to actually position things to transfer the cut. So I am going to line up, same thing. This is my front. I'm going to line my pattern paper behind it, even though it will ultimately go in front of it, but I'm going to line it up behind. And I am, which way's up? Okay, yeah, that way's up. Technically everything, it can alternate, but this one is my focal, so I definitely want that to be right side up. So I'm gonna go like that and line it up just like we did before, where everything is flush to the left, flush to the right. And I'm going to tape that down. Tape one edge, I'll tape the other edge. Maybe this is used a little too much. And get that nice and straight. And then I'm going to do the same thing where I take the same aperture die, nestle it right back in to that aperture that we've cut, and then run that through. Oh, there it is. I knew I had an extra piece. So I'm actually going to tape this to the edge on the outside, because I'm actually going to use this piece that cuts out and inlay that back in. It's going to stay as part of my design. And you'll see what I mean in a little bit. So let's get that taped. All right, with everything nice and squared off, position our die in place, then you can run that through. And then that will transfer that aperture to your pattern paper. And we're going to do the same thing with the pattern paper, or the matte layer. If you're using pattern paper, I'm using solid color. There's that goes. And now, and because we cut through the front edge, like that's the nice professional die cut edge. So you're going to have a nice finish on the front of your card. I wonder if the reason this is more sticky is because it's gone through with 2 layers of cardstock. So there's like more pressure. I don't know. Seems like it's a little harder to kind of remove when I do this technique. All right, so that is going to go right there. And you can see it's a perfect fit. Everything lines up. I think I'm still going to put that strip. I made this big enough to go all the way across, but I think it's still going to look nicer. I think it's going to look nicer with that black strip. Let me know what you all think. That going into lurk mode. Hubby just got home from work, so it's dinner time. Okay, lurk away, my friend. Oh, Jamie, you're here. Welcome. Oh, Rebecca says the Scotch removable tape has a blue package. The invisible tape is in green package. Okay, so they are 2 different things. I have mint tape too, and it does tend to do that. Yeah, okay, so it's not just me. I mean, I'm happy if it's just me, but that's good to know. I'm gonna look into that Scotch removable tape. Oh, I'm not done. So I will do the exact same thing. And oh, Debbie, Yes, I would love to join you. Anytime, my friend. Um, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Oh, good. Lots of votes for keeping the black strip. Love the black strip. Love the black. Okay, good. Thanks, chat. I love having help with these design questions. I will go ahead and I'm going to use the middle layer because if for whatever reason it was like a smidge off, at least I'm going to use this aperture, which is the inside, because this is the aperture that this matte layer is going to go on top of. I'm pretty sure everything is fairly lined up, but we'll line everything up according to where it will get used. And what I like to do, so I cut this a little bit smaller than 5x5. So remember, I cut my matte layer at 4. This doesn't look cut right. Yeah, that looks off. That's not square. Hold on. I think I need to trim. So the trick is going to be to just position it where you want to ultimately position it on that layer. Oh yeah, this is 4 and 5/8 in one direction. Oh, that's weird. It was 4 3/4 in one direction, but so this can be whatever size matte layer you want. And I had in the supply list 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, but this, I think I miscut it when I was preparing. Okay, so this is ultimately going to go on the inside of that 5x5 note card. And so what I'm going to do is position it behind the panel that we want to mat it on. And what I'll do is center this. So I want to put this exactly where I want it to be when it's going to be matting that layer on the front. So I'm just looking for an equal white border all the way around. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing of taping it down really well to make sure that it is where it needs to be when we do mat this panel. And then exact same aperture die, dropping that into that aperture on the front here, wiggling it around to really kind of make sure that it's where the original cut is. And then I'm going to tape this down really well. And so I always, anytime I have to kind of transfer the same aperture, I always do it this way because I find that it's just the easiest method for me. But I know there's lots of different ways because you could trace out the line also of your aperture and do it that way too. So whatever works for you. I think everybody has a different take on what's easy. So there's that. And it did cut through. So we've got that. And we are done with the die cutting. So that is pretty much all of our pieces. And so what I'm going to do is yeah, Debbie, let's get something on the books. I think it'll be fun. Oh, Jamie also likes the black strip. Yay. I have done a whiteboard card. Yeah, that would be fun. So now you can see when I position this onto the front, it's got that perfect, I doubt it's perfect, but you know, good enough, perfect white border all the way around. So now what we can do is start to glue things together. So I will use my ATG and get this layer on. And it's going to be easy to line up these mats and layers because you can just kind of, oh no. My tape is so strong. Just as I was saying, it was easy. But basically, you just need to line up the aperture. And since we got everything pretty well secured, now that I've touched that glue, I am going to add some liquid adhesive because I've lost some of that stickiness. And I need a little bit of wiggle room with some liquid adhesive to get this positioned. Okay. And so I just like to kind of hold the aperture and get the two layers nice and flush with each other. And there we go. Where is my bone folder? Get that nice and burnished. And then we have our front piece also. And I'm saving this because I'm going to still use it, I think. But I'll let you help me decide when we get to that point. And we'll get this attached to the front. So this piece will go to the front of our card. Okay, so same thing. Let's go ahead and be proactive with the liquid adhesive, seeing as how it might be one of those days. All right. All right, so go ahead and get this. Now this is, I've cut it to basically the same size as my front card, so this is going to fill up everything. And I did stamp this out yesterday, so the ink is nice and dry. It's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't want to. This is easy to do too. It's just I didn't want to do it live because I wanted to let the ink dry. So I can, because you all know, if you watch me, I'm pretty aggressive with my burnishing. All right, so we have our three pieces: our card front, our middle, and the back. Now let's start to put these three pieces together. So taking the middle piece, opening on the right, take your back piece with the little hinge also on the right, and this hinge is going to get glued to the back of your middle piece. And remember at the very beginning, I said that in my supply list, I actually, I think I noted the dimensions as 7 by 5, scored at 6.5. Just depending on how close you cut this aperture to this right-hand edge, it could be that your hinge, your little glue tab here, might be wide enough to where it's gonna come into this open space. That was actually the case with this card. Actually, no, that wasn't the case with this card. That was the case with the practice card that I made to when I was designing this. And so so that's why I said you might have to trim this down, but it's going to ultimately depend on your design and where you place this aperture. So if you find that this glue tab, when it's attached to this right-hand edge here, if it's going to be visible through your aperture, just snip a little bit off, or trim a little bit off, and you should be all set. So what I'm going to do is get a little bit of dry adhesive on that glue tab, and we'll get that attached to the middle piece. So this is that little glue tab on the, what I've been calling the back of the card. And I'm going to use a combination actually of dry adhesive and a small, just a little line of, bye T, thanks for joining, liquid adhesive as well. And so remember, this is our folded card here, and this is our back card, and I'm attaching this to that right hand edge there. And so just get that nice and flush with that edge. And make sure it's nice and flush on the top and bottom as well. And I'll give that a good burnish. And so this little glue tab here, it creates a it can create a little bit of a catching point when we do when we open and close, because this peekaboo panel, it's going to slide. This is where that hinge is. It's going to slide over that, and so it actually might get caught on that, just that little bit of a lip. And so to solve for that, just take some plain Scotch tape, washi tape, whatever you've got, and then tape right over that edge, that glue tab. And what this is going to do is it's just smooths out that transition so that your peekaboo flap can glide right over it, and it won't just get stuck on that. Because otherwise, this is what can happen. It can go like this and just like get caught on the hinge instead of going right over. I mean, it's not going to go that far over, but just for an over dramatization of what can happen. But this is going to smooth out that transition, so it eliminates that as a catch point now, so that our interaction is going to move a lot more smoothly. So now we've attached our back to our middle, and then the front piece, we basically want to glue this entire front of our middle card base. That gets glued to the back side of the front of our card. So it's going to go like that. So you have a little bit of kind of like an M on the side with this extra little flap. So on this panel here, this is the middle. You can put glue everywhere, or tape, whatever you like to use. And we'll get that attached to our front. I'm going to put a little bit of liquid. Okay. So this, let's get ourselves oriented. So opening here, front of card, and then we just line up the aperture and line up the edges. So there is that. Okay. All right, give it a nice burnish. Yes, Jay, this is a good tip. Except that I do that sometimes when I'm using actual like tape, rolls of tape, but with your ATG, there's no liner, so so it doesn't work the same way. Let's see. Oh, my birthday is 2 days after my middle, so really this is a celebration for me too. Aw, how sweet. Oh, not leaving, you're back. Dying to see dying to see the end. Yeah, we're almost there actually. Um, okay, so if you are following along, whether it's on live with me now or on the replay, here's what I recommend doing. Fold everything closed, because see how everything's still folded down. It's nice and tidy in this technically 6.5 by 5. And so what I would recommend is through this aperture, go ahead and trace out your just trace right there. That ends up being actually the backmost panel. You can't see it because my lights are so bright, but I can see my pencil mark. If you wanted to stamp an image or stamp a sentiment here, you could definitely do that. Um, and by tracing out with a pencil mark, that lets you actually see where you need to stamp in order for it to be visible through to the front. But and you all can let me know what you think. But I was thinking I would leave this in here. So my card is gonna look like that. Oh, where did my black strip of cardstock go? Okay. Let's get this on just so that we can make a proper evaluation. But I don't have a plan B if folks don't like the idea of insetting this back in. So you're gonna have to help me if that's not the plan we're going with. Um, so there is that black strip. And I just really I liked the pattern paper I made, so so I wanted to still use that. So that's my thought is for my card, instead of stamping something separate and different, I was thinking of just inlaying this design back in. On this card, what I did was I did the same thing sort of. I From the piece that dropped out of this pattern paper, I inlaid that back in, and then I cut another piece on top for a sentiment. So, so that was what I was thinking of doing. Oh, hi, Virginia. Welcome. Wish I could finish watching, but I have to cut up items from the garden. Oh, and get them in the freezer. Oh, I will watch the replay because I wanted to see 547. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Replay will be available both in on the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group and as well on my channel. Hi, Lala. Welcome, my friend. Good morning to all from Southeast Asia. Just waking up, saw that you were alive. Aw, great way to start my Thursday. Yes, Lala is joining us from the Philippines, if I remember correctly. Welcome. I love how international our community is. What a cute card. Oh, thank you. Yes, definitely. I have all the measurements and everything in the beginning too. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with this if everybody's good with that, because I don't have a plan B. So I'm gonna erase the pencil mark that I just made because oh, by the way, I don't think I said, but you only need maybe like 80-pound weight cardstock for these layers. You don't need something super thick because look at how many layers it ends up being. It's gonna feel pretty substantial, so you don't need your super thick cardstock if you don't want. But if you wanted to use a layer that was thicker, this back layer, make that be like 120. Well, it kind of depends on whether you're going to add more mats and layers to it, but I've used 80-pound for everything and it feels okay. All right, so I'm going to inlay that right back in, and we're going to go with that. Look how fun this is. Okay, so there's that. And then this is what I colored up earlier. It's the largest ice cream cone with the faces. Super cute. And I am going to put this. Oh, so now depending on how you want to design yours. Next thing is open this up all the way. Open it up all the way, like all the way, and make sure that this peekaboo flap is behind. It's between your middle layer and your back layer. So open it up all the way, and then do the same thing. Draw out, pencil mark out your aperture, and you can unfold everything so that it's back to a single layer. And here again, you can stamp a sentiment, you can stamp an image, and then put your what will be the hidden message. So I'll do that again. So that's why I like to assemble this before figuring out what goes into the aperture, because it just helps me know like what will be seen when. So when it's all closed and you draw out that aperture, then you know what's going to be visible when the card is closed. Then when you open it all the way and you draw out your aperture, then you know which panel is going to be visible when you open it. And I stamped and colored this image, and I'm just gonna double it up. I already trimmed this to be the same size as this panel. This is 3.5 by 5, so I'm just gonna glue the whole thing on there. And then my card is going to be pretty much done. Elisa, are you still hanging with me and crafting? Because if you are, let me know how you're doing. And if you want to share your project, whether it's to my group or the Not Too Shabby Facebook group, then I can bring it up and before we end our stream, and that way we can all see what you've made. But I'm pretty much done. So there you have it, folks. We've got a peekaboo slide card that is in well, technically 6.5, not quite 7, but 6.5 by 5. And so when you open it, it has this extra little opportunity for, I was going for like everything very black and white, and then the little surprise is this colorful ice cream cone. So there is that. So I hope that everybody enjoyed seeing this card get made. And look, I'm like just over an hour, so I think I did. Usually, you know, my live streams go kind of long when it's a crafty fun episode, but that's how easy this is. I know I did prepare quite a few things in advance, but all the die cutting I did live. And if you were using pattern paper, this would be, you know, just as easy to do and just as quick. I think it took probably maybe about half an hour or so, because we were chit-chatting for a little bit at the beginning. So okay, Lisa's she's still working on her die cutting, and we'll share on Facebook. Okay, can't wait to see it, my friend. Oh, thanks everybody. Seeing lots of love. Yay. Thank you. Sick of pizza? No way. I could never be. What's everybody's favorite pizza delivery? Just curious. What size is this? Oh, okay, good question. Lala, on my channel, if you haven't already checked it out, the Not Too Shabby Shop did a YouTube video hop, and this is the card that I made in A2. So if you would like to see the dimensions of an A2 version, be sure to check out this video and hop along, because it's you have a chance to win a gift certificate. I dropped a link to the video for this. And if you hop along by the 14th of the month, then you have a chance to win a $25 gift certificate to the Not Too Shabby Shop. Oh, look, I forgot that I prepared this. Oh, I'm going to use this. So what's great with the stamp of the month is that you do have the option to get it with the coordinating dies. And so that made it easy for me. I didn't have to like heat emboss this in white. I just stamped it, I stamped black on white, and then I just die cut because the sentiments have coordinating dies too, which I love. I know it's the same sentiment as what was on the outside, but I firmly agree that ice cream solves everything. So I can't use that sentiment enough. Oh, Jamie. Really? There's only one left? Oh no. Oops. Uh, well, I hope whoever gets it is a lucky duck. Um, and Lala, to answer your question, I didn't complete my answer. My video that I dropped a link, that's my hop video A2. Today, this one I made, and the dimensions and everything are at the beginning of this stream if you want to catch the replay. This is 6.5 wide by 5 inches tall. When I was figuring out how to adapt it for 5 by 7, I didn't like 7 inches. And so I redid things at 6.5, and I like it much better. So I just really like the pop of color. I'm really happy with how that in my head that seemed like a good idea, and sometimes that's like the only place things are a good idea. But this one I feel like it turned out pretty okay. Yes, right. That says ice cream definitely solves everything. Um okay, good. Yes, hop along. Um One pizza place. Which pizza place is it? Uh, oh, okay, here we go. I like knowing everybody's food preferences. Today was Papa John's, yesterday was Domino's, day before was Sam's Club, the day before was frozen pizza. We are not picky. My husband's favorite is Pizza Hut, which I'm just kind of meh on. Growing up, I loved Papa John's, but these days I'm liking Domino's better. But we do end up getting Pizza Hut when we get pizza. So yeah. Oh, thanks, Jay. Yeah, it's super fun. I hope everybody gives this a go because it's as you can see, we made it live in not a ton of time, and it was uh pretty. I mean, I did have a backup just in case for those who joined late. I did confess that I had a set pre-cut because honestly, this is the part that might be the trickiest, is just to like transfer the location of the apertures. So I had this pre-cut just in case there was an oopsies on the live, and that way I can keep going. But everybody here can vouch who watched me do it. I didn't have to do like through the magic of TV, that trick. So it all turned out okay. um oh, thank you, Lala. It's a very good take indeed. Beautiful card, thanks. Pizza, our family. Oh yes, pineapple sausage. That's my favorite. I know pineapple on pizza is controversial, but I'm with you, my friend. I love it. Um, oh, Aldi's. I don't think we have that near us. Um, but I've heard other people rave about it too, Shauna. So jealous. Uh, Heather says my son is Domino's, daughter's Papa John's. I like Pizza Hut. Oh no. So what does so do you rotate, Heather, when when it's pizza night where you order from? You should say that the person who pays gets to pick. That says we have a local place that has amazing specialty pizzas. Oh, like carne asada, chorizo. Oh, chorizo. That sounds yummy on a pizza. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Lynn says, great tutorial. Thanks so much. Can't wait to make it. Yes, please do. And please share. You can share it to my Facebook group if you are a member. And if you're not a member, then you can pop on over to my Facebook group here. And if you are crafting with the Not Too Shabby Shop products when you make yours, pop on over to the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group too. There's a link for all of the folks who are on YouTube. So sorry, when I'm doing this through StreamYard, it doesn't let me actually comment out to Facebook. So apologies for folks who are watching on Facebook. When I'm copying links to folks, you're not seeing that, and I do apologize. Oh, Thai chicken pizza. Okay, everybody's making me super hungry. Meg, this is why we are friends, because you and I could share pizza. Oh, okay. Pizza brand for us, it's Shakey's Yellow Cab and Pizza Hut. Oh, Pizza Hut is everywhere, aren't they? Um, Bethany says, "We had pineapple on today's pizza. Yum." Oh, you all are making me crave. Kaleidoscope Pizza in Oregon. Hey, T, does that mean Oregon's not that far from me? I'm in Washington. I've never heard of Kaleidoscope Pizza though. Are they just local to Oregon, or are they all over? Uh, I'll definitely check them out. Pineapple and ham, yum. Very close to pineapple and sausage, but I think I prefer the sausage over the ham. Cindy says, "Yep, see, Cindy agrees. Pay your picks." Oh, Heather, you're such a good mom. We either get from one of their choices and I give in. You're too sweet. Or or we don't get pizza. Yeah, because your husband's a good cook, right? Um, if I remember correctly. Oh, thanks, Rebecca. Um, can't find great Boston barroom pizza in the South. Oh, does Boston do pizza a little bit differently? Because I know that Chicago has their deep dish, and I think New York has like a very like very specific signature take on pizza, but I don't remember right now what it is. Oh, Debbie, I tried to share your Facebook Live in your group, auto rejected. Yes, thanks for trying. My group has pretty strict rules. So it blocks shares from outside, but I appreciate it, Debbie. Thanks so much, my friend. I'll chat with you later. Let's get that live stream scheduled together. Okay, everybody. Oh, Mod Pizza. I've heard of Mod Pizza and I need to try it because I think I can get it here in Washington State. So yeah, I think I've even tried it before. They deliver though? I'm gonna have to look. Um, so I'm alone on that favorite. So we default to Domino's. No, I like Mod Pizza. They do like the really fancy type of pizzas too, like with different toppings and stuff. Yeah, me too, Lala. I for some reason lots of my streams we like to segue into food. You all make me so hungry sometimes. Sam's Club takeout pizza is amazing. Yeah. I wonder, has anyone tried the Costco pizzas? Are those any good? I remember seeing them, but I can't remember ever trying them. The Costco hot dogs, though, um, not the hot dogs, but the Polish sausage dogs, those are really yummy. I haven't had one in so long. I'm transplanted to Alabama from Oregon. Mellow mushroom, I guess, for gourmet pizza. Oh, that sounds yummy. Okay, yeah, Heather says he's a great cook. He's cooking now. He doesn't really care for. Yeah. Does he make homemade pizza though? Because that can be quite an art. Oh, Boston does do pizza differently. Okay. I have never had Boston pizza then, so excited. New York, the slices are just giant generally and the best ever. Mod Pizza does deliver. Okay, it's a newer thing. That's why I didn't know that they delivered. I'm gonna start looking then because I think I've had their pizza once and I remember really liking it. So I need to. That was pre-COVID, so it's been a while. It's been a couple years now at least. Oh, hi, Delise. Welcome, my friend. We're just wrapping up. But we're talking about pizza at the moment, so I wanted to hang out and see everybody's favorite pizzas. We have a Mod Pizza here in Parkland, and Ooh, Sicilian oven is a compromise. Oh, but Sicilian oven sounds very, uh, authentic, although I guess pizza's not really Italian. I think I've been told that. Rebecca says, "Never tried it with sausage, not a fan of pineapple and ham." Maybe try pineapple and Italian sausage, it's so yummy. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. Cindy says, "We have a local pizza with very thin crust. I have a friend who says if I wanted pizza on a cracker, I'd like this, but no thanks." Yeah, I'm not a super fan of the thin crust either, but I don't like the super deep dish. Sorry, Delise, because Delise is, kind of in the Chicago area. But I do like, uh, Pizza Hut calls it hand tossed, and I feel like that's a good in between because I feel like the crust is the best part, so I like it to be kind of bready. So thin crust, I'm with you. I don't I'm not a fan. Oh, thank you for liking and sharing. I always appreciate when you all do that. It does help a lot. Oh, okay. Delise says the Costco pizza is good. They're churros. I didn't know they did churros. Is that something unique to your Costco? Because I don't think I've seen that, but it's been a while since I've been in a Costco also. So, um oh, Bethany says, "I pick Costco pizza over Sam's Club any day, but haven't done Costco for takeout." Yeah, it's too far of a drive away to keep warm. Oh, yeah, that's a good point because you do wanna keep it nice and, hot. Okay. Heather says, "No, he sticks mostly to Jamaican dishes." Oh, you're such a lucky duck. I would love to have, authentic Jamaican food. Yummy. The US pizza slices are way bigger than our pizza slices here. One thing I like about when I am in the US, everything seems to be super sized. That is very true. When I travel to I haven't been to the Philippines, but I've been, to Southeast Asia, and, I'm Vietnamese, so I've been to, Vietnam and Thailand and some of the surrounding countries, and the portions are smaller even, sometimes at US chains, and so sometimes that's nice. I like it when I'm traveling because then it means that you can, like, try a lot of different dishes. So it's kind of nice for that reason. But I could totally see somebody loving our sizes here in the US because you do get like a lot for your money. So yeah, Jay, now I want pizza. Oh, that's funny. I'm late because I had to go to Costco to take cover from oh no. No way. Are you okay, Delise? Is everything has it passed? Is there so you actually got evacuated? Let us know if you're okay. I didn't know that you were experiencing weather there. Um I think I'm with you. I never met a pizza or a pastry I didn't like. Yeah, even the thin crust pizzas, I would still eat it. I mean, come on. I'm not gonna turn away pizza. But um yeah. I had I had a churro while I waited. Okay. I hope everything is okay. Delise, let us know if you're home and safe again. The thin crust is great, but then I wanna eat the entire thing. Yeah, that's really true too because there's less bread. I feel like I have to eat more slices to get full. Is that wrong? Yeah, Jamie, you're in Illinois too, right? I hope you're safe. It sounds like you're not affected by the tornado warning. Um, it's going straight east. Oh no. Oh. Oh. You're so sweet. I'll be your personal tour guide in case you decide to visit the Philippines. I will have to one of these days, and if I do, it's definitely I love traveling, so I need, like, a food tour because I love sightseeing and then I love eating. I have a very like, I will eat anything at least once, and I have a stomach of, like, iron, so usually nothing very little bothers my stomach, so I'm really grateful for that. It lets me be an adventurous eater. Bethany says, "Where are you located? We have tornadoes just south of us right now." I think Delise, I hope she answered. She's kind of in the Chicago area-ish. Um, oh, Jay's getting a big rainstorm in the Midwest too. And heavy stuff went south of me. Oh, because Jay's in Wisconsin. So, oh, good. Delise, you're home now. Um, Jamie says, I haven't heard anything. Oh, good. Okay. Stay safe, my friends. Delise, you're so funny. East means they missed you. Yeah, aren't you like 2 blocks away from Jamie or something like that? Delise always gets her not too shabby shop orders really fast, like next day fast. Um, yeah. Oh, hey, there is a couple that tours the US for food. Oh, fun. Is that a TV show, T? Because I'll tune in. I like hitting like the small hole in the walls and food trucks and stuff like that. And I don't always like feel like I have to eat at the most expensive places because I can't afford it for one, but it's also not always the best. Sometimes the best foods are like those really really hidden away places. So, oh, it's actually called that. Oh, okay, it's called Diners, Drive-ins and Dives. Okay. I'm going to check that out. Oh, 45 minutes away. That's a little bit further than I thought. I thought she was, like, 15 minutes from you. But still, you could always, like, just drive and pick up your order if you really wanted it super fast. Um, Lala says, "I'm going to the Ecamm Creator Camp, oh, in October, and it's going to be in Boston. I've never been there, so I am super excited. Oh, how fun. Well, if there's anyone here who's in Boston, Lala's gonna be there in October, so maybe, I'm sure there will be crafters there. Hopefully you get to meet up with some folks. And wine and my nutritional pyramid is complete. Spoken like a true hospice nurse. Hashtag priorities. I love it. Um, oh, Jamie says we need to plan a crafty day one day. We are all so close. Yeah. I know, I think Delise is she's taking her daughter, I think, to do a college tour somewhere in Wisconsin. So they actually might try to meet up with Jay. Um, but Jay, it sounds like, there's Delise and Jamie in, the Chicago area. So you actually might need to like come to them to do some crafting. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out and just doing a little chit chatting. Really love spending this time with you. And so, just some final quick reminders. If it hasn't already sold out, I think Jamie said there's only one of these available. The Stamp and Die subscription club of the month. And if you haven't already, please do pop on over to YouTube and check out the Stamp and Die of the Month video hop that we have going on. You can search for hashtag N2S Chill Day. That's actually the name of the stamp set as well. And, you know, definitely if you can watch everybody's videos, you'll see lots of different inspiration, all featuring the stamp of the month. And as well, if you enter your information into that Rafflecopter form that's in the description box of all of our videos, then you can enter for a chance to win a $25 gift certificate to the Not Too Shabby Shop by Yvette. And so if you catch my hop video, you'll see this card, which is the same mechanic, but top folding and in USA 2. And the card we made today during our live stream is this one, which is just shy of 7 by 5 and is side folding. So I just wanted to show something a little bit different in case you want to see how to do a side folding and if you wanted the larger size. Technically 6.5, but it will fit into a 5 by 7 envelope. So really fun, and you saw me make it live, so you know it's easy. So I hope you give it a try, and if you do share your makes on the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group, and you're welcome to join my Facebook group as well. So thanks everybody. I love this. Oh, Elisa posted. Actually, hang tight. Let me bring up Elisa's card. Elisa, did you post to my group or to the Not Too Shabby group? Since we're still here, I definitely want to bring it up, and then we can all. Oh, yay! I see it. Oh, and I love it. Okay, hang tight, everybody. We're gonna see Elisa's card. Okay, so there we go. So check that out. Let's chill. Hey, you used let's chill also. So that's the card closed. And then, yay, look at that. Hey, you even have like all the ice cream stuff too. Oh, I love it. How fun. And I love the shape die that you used. Very fun. Super cool. See, Elisa made it live with us while she was watching, so proof positive that this is an easy interactive card to make. You can do it too. Thank you for sharing with us, my friend. Love your card. And lots of love for you in the chat too. We got super cute. Oh, that's cute from Jay. Oh, so much love for you, Elisa. It is a beautiful card. Look at all of that. Oh, I love you all. You're so sweet. Um, Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so whether you're catching on the replay, feel free to share to either my group or in the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group. We'd love to see what you've made. Oh, no wonder it took a while. I had to cut and stamp all the stuff while watching. Yes, you didn't have the benefit that I had of because I did pre-color and I did I did cheat and I used my pattern paper for for the one layer. So yeah, I took some shortcuts for sure. So beautiful job, my friend. I love it. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining. And I think next week, Teresa will be streaming live. So catch her stream in the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye, everybody.